Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Omnia. This is their part number 108 LPR38.32D. This is a 2 3/8 replacement privacy latch bolt. I have it removed from the packaging. What you're going to get here is, of course, the business end of the latch bolt. You have your faceplate that you install onto it. That's simply done by these two ears going into these preparations and just sliding it vertical. Then at that point, you're in real good shape. There's your latch bolt. Okay, protective peel-away film covering that 32D finish. There is a couple of screws for that. You're also going to get the plastic oval stopper and the screw. And that is installed on the exterior side. Now this oval stopper and the screw are included. If you've ever encountered a tubular lock like this that had a push pin on the inside, and you've noticed, and in fact in my own house, they are like this. You'll enter the bedroom or the bathroom, push the privacy pin, and from the outside, it's of course meant to disable that trim from operating. But if you've ever walked up to one of those and you rotate the trim and you can hear the latch retract, but also a sound of that pin popping out, that's because the installation's not correct and that the privacy function isn't operating correctly. The oval, plastic oval stopper is meant to go on the exterior side, the secured side of the door, the outside of the bathroom. What that does is prevents the button from being depressed in. You've got center, you've got privacy for that hand of door, privacy for that hand of the door. Either way you move it off center will give you privacy. But if from the outside you have a hole in the rose for the emergency release, you can just pop something in there and you're as good as in. Doesn't matter. A paper clip, well, that may not do it, but you know, the tip of a pen or pencil might do it. Putting on that stopper will prevent that from being depressed and can only be pushed towards that end, not be pushed towards that end and not in this way, because the stopper is preventing it. Then you hold it on with the screw. That will prevent that sort of unauthorized entry. Should you need to get in, you could remove that screw, possibly get that oval stopper washer off, and then depress that in, like in an emergency release. And the installation instructions call out why that's important. Okay, figure 1. Well, we'll switch to the screen view and we'll take a closer look at it. So this is going to be 2 1/4 tall. It's going to be 1 inch wide. The back set is 2 3/8. The edge of the door to the center of the hole is 2 3/8. Okay, it's going to include, in addition to the plastic oval stopper, the 2 screws to install it. And then, of course, the installation instructions. They say that this is 8mm, and that's going to be a reference to the spindle or the key stock that goes through there. So if you're using 8mm is 0.314, so you know it's basically 5/16 of an inch, but it's specifically 8mm. So whatever you're using, Omnia sets or any spindle that's going through there has to be that compatible 8mm size. Okay, let's switch to the screen view now and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are indeed looking at. 8mm privacy latch, 2 3/8 back set, 4 lever. Here are some images showing the latch bolt and all of the components. One thing you'll note is that there is no UL stamp on here. So this would be technically prohibited from being used on a door that had any sort of labeling or fire rating requirement. Smoke and draft control, 20-minute all the way to 3-hour. Be mindful not to install this. If it's a residential application, it's likely the only door that you'll have fire rated will be your garage door if you have an attached garage. So technically this would not be compatible with that application. Not technically, it's specifically not compatible, to be technical about it. Opposite side view. There's your 8mm hub. Everything else, stopper screws, installation instructions. Now here are those installation instructions. They're linked to here down below. Show you how to rotate that all together. And once it's done, it's done. What size hole to drill for this? 15/16 ought to work pretty well. You know, the width of the faceplate is 1 inch. I would resist drilling a 1-inch hole. And my caliper tells me the OD of the barrel is 0.905. So 15/16 would be an adequate size to drill. I don't want to see any little semicircle on the outside here. I'd go with the smaller bit. 7/8 is too small. Shows you the oval stopper and the screw, and telling you it must be on the outer side, not the interior of the room. It must be on the secured side. Hold latch with writing on label facing up. The side of latch, that is the inside of the room, must be towards you. Push in the privacy locking block. Slide the oval plastic stopper over the outside privacy block. Fasten with the small machine screw. Thread the privacy pin into the latch through your interior rose or escutcheon after you've got the lock installed. It's literally the last thing that you put on, the privacy pin. Okay. Now there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page. From there you can pull up not only all of the Omnia products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the current and prior product catalogs that we have, and any other marketing documents that exist, along with technical manuals. Unfortunately, at least currently, Omnia does not have a catalog of parts drawings. You know, they make mortise locks, and those mortise locks have a lot of parts inside of them, and I've not been able to source or get my hands on a comprehensive parts drawing for those mortise locks, because I have clients who need to, you know, keep their significant investment in mortise locks working. If you've got a condo with a condo building with 100 units, and they all have Omnia mortise locks, and something starts to break, and they're all 25 years old, you can imagine that it's going to be nice to have some reference documents so that you can order the replacement parts from Omnia. But unfortunately, that document is not available to me, and I don't like having to call the manufacturer, wasting everyone's time, and I can search a part. So Omnia, please make all that public, and if it is public, please point me in that direction. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Now, in conclusion, typical item. It's not unusual to replace a latch bolt on a privacy set. They do get broken. You know, they are maintenance types of items. You know, a lot of reasons. I'm just glad that Omnia makes that available. If you have any questions on the Omnia, this is their 108 LPR38 in a 32D finish, privacy lever latch, or any other Omnia product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.